morning. And it's 9 o'clock, and today's the second day of June, with half of the year, actually, 2012. And today, it's our anniversary, 1 year in the air, with this program called Living. And we got some, next week actually we're going to have we're going to go out in the streets and speak to people. We're going to celebrate in that style and talk to people about health and living and all those things. And living is love and life in itself and what you eat and caring. All of these things make life beautiful. So 9 o'clock to 9:30 every Saturday, you tune into Living with Dr. Sparman, and we talk about things that you encounter as you travel this journey. Today we have in the studio Michelle Teller. We'll talk to her a little later about health and fitness. And today it's about fitness. We'll talk about how can you stay fit. You know, the people who eat well and stay within their weight ranges, they'll live longer. I'll come back a little bit and talk to you about that. But here we go, Bob Marley. Lively up and live. Enjoy your life. Live every day as it's your last day. Turn around and tell your loved one that you care. Touch them and say hi, how are you? And even turn to someone that would have done you wrong and say you're sorry. Even when you feel that you're right, sometimes it's good to say a soft word. Does a lot. And it's all about the short journey we have. And while we're on this train, let's just enjoy the ride. So, eating and what you eat, you are. I say before, I sit down and I look at people eating and, basically, I can tell who's their personality. I can tell a lot of things about them. Today we have in the studio, and just before I go on there too, remember, I said next week it's going to be on the street. We'll be interviewing people and talking about what they do, how they're able to overcome this challenge of living healthy and staying healthy in this wonderful body that you were given. Remember, it's the animal fat we talk about. You remember, I always say stay close, or keep, as a matter of fact, close to the plant. The diet, the Sparman diet, consists of the ratio between the amount of animal food you eat compared to the plant food. If that ratio is high, it means you're eating more animal food, meaning meat, red meat, and all of the highly cheese and all those things made from animal product. And red meat consists of bison and things like beef and pork and even chicken. Yes, all red meat. Red meat and white meat. White meat is better for you. So, if you eat more animal product than plant, then the ratio is high. It means early death or weight problems. But if the ratio is low, it means you eat more plant product, including fiber, a lot of fiber in your food. It doesn't mean just eating grass, but it means, eating things like vegetables and a lot of fruits and a lot of things with fiber, Weetabix, all those nice things, And even if you go for the bread, you go for the whole wheat bread and so forth. That ratio being low, longevity and healthy living. Good morning, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm fine, thank you.
Well, you're here to compliment this program and let us know what you do, how you're able to stay healthy and what you do and how you do it. And, the listeners out there, 44-1791, 44-1790, and 44-1771. And you can call us, speak to Michelle. She's going to tell us a little bit about herself just after we come back with this song. Here we got Bob Marley again. Love this guy. Rat Race. Yeah, so it's a rat race, of course. So many things going on in the world. It's like everything's going wild, you got bills to pay, can't get the finances together. Food becomes a problem. Clothing. Where are we going? What are we doing, Even it seems like everything is angry with us. Are we doing the right things? tsunami and so many earthquakes in places that would have never had them before. Well, what we'll do a little bit in a little corner, and God has given you this body, and you want to live as long as you can. As I said, what you eat determines. Remember, you have a gene. There's a gene in the body that it's the weight gene, and it's switched on or off based on what you eat. Some type of foods will basically shut those genes off so that you gain weight. Plant food has a way of switching it on, and that is why, one of the reasons why fiber is good for you. Michelle, you tell us something about your schooling. What is your field? What do you do?
Well, my main field is interior design, but I teach pole fitness at Surfside in Wildy. That's my night job, and it's exciting, good exercise, fun, stimulates your mind. It's dance, it's gymnastics, it's ballet, it's everything.
So you did interior designing, but it's not enough for you. You got to do something else.
I'm a Gemini, actually. Today is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes. It's here on our birthday. You took the time to come to be on this program on your birthday, man. I'm honored.
Thank you.
So tell me, when did you start this journey of being aware of health awareness and all of those things? Because apart from being an interior designer, you're healthy, you're worried about you keeping yourself fit and in shape and so forth. Tell me when it started.
I went to school in Canada. You know how they always talk about the freshman 15 pounds that people gain?
Right.
And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. My roommate at the time, she was a Trinidadian girl, and she was just like, have you been to the gym before? And I was like, no. And she's like, okay, come with me. And she taught me so much stuff that I was like, oh, okay, well, I never thought about that before. And it just took off from there. The feeling that it gave me mentally and physically was just amazing. It's like an addiction to me, because it makes you just feel so good. And just when you feel good mentally and physically, everything else is just easy.
So you were stressing exercise there. How about your diet?
My diet, definitely, I eat small meals throughout the whole day. It's something that's come naturally to me. My body doesn't want heavy meals all the time. I don't eat a lot of meat. I eat small, like if I have meat, it'll be very small portions.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said, my body tells me I'm hungry and I will eat.
But you will stop when you feel that you've had enough. That's
Yes.
it. You're not going to overeat.
No, I have small portions.
What is your rationale for eating small portions as opposed to large portions?
I just don't like the way it makes me feel. When I'm too full, I can't enjoy the food. I can't. The after feeling, you feel sluggish. The small meals really, really help. Pick you up throughout the day.
It's good you say that, because it's generally recommended by all the health advocates that when you eat small portions, and that's where you stay.
Yeah.
If you eat a lot of food, you get this bolus of calories. The body has to put some and store it somewhere, so bits of the time. But you like the plant product stuff. You like eating a lot of veggie and a lot of fiber. You like eating that.
I find I gravitate more towards that, even though I've studied a little bit about the blood type diet.
Yes.
And I'm O, so I'm supposed to like meat, but I don't really, my body just doesn't like it.
Is that you're supposed to like it because
Supposed
you're
to.
type O.
It's supposed to. That's the theory.
You believe in that stuff? When you think about that stuff, you're type O, you're going to like meat. If
But
you
in
really
type
believe
A,
that's something else. But we're going to come back and talk a little more. Is that call is still there, or are we going to?
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk to her. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Sparman.
How are you?
I'm good.
You enjoying the program this morning?
Yes.
Are you going to say hi to Michelle for me?
Hello, Michelle.
hello.
I like the way you talk.
Thank you.
What questions you have for us today?
Okay, now, last week you talked about not eating white rice.
Okay.
But I remember growing up that you would always add vegetables to that white rice.
Mm-hmm.
You would add cabbage leaves, string beans, okras, spinach leaves, even pumpkin, yam, and that give us our fiber.
You see that? I like that. I like the way you said it, Jay. All that yam and all the stuff from the ground.
Stuff in
fiber.
Yeah.
But the white rice, you know what? It's too much of it. What happened to it?
Yeah.
The white rice is broken down into something called glucose or sugar, which the body absorbs. And the white rice in itself, if you eat that, you get this bolus of sugar being absorbed into the bloodstream. And the body say, hey, this is a lot of sugar. I don't need all this stuff. And it start to store it in places like your abdomen and stuff. So that is why it's important to, the brown rice now is different. It has the nutrients around it, and also has the bran and the exospores, which are really fiber around and inside the brown rice. So the release of the sugar is slow, and you don't gain weight as much. As a matter of fact, a new study came out and said eating white rice increases your risk of diabetes.
I see.
So we want to stay closer to the plant. So if you can do the brown rice, I know it's expensive, but switch more to the brown provision, more fiber than the white rice, and that'll be better for you.
Okay,
thank you for calling.
Bye.
Yes, Michelle, so we're talking about, you just say concomitantly though, we have to, apart from what we eat, we have to exercise.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your dancing, your pole dancing, and your fitness classes and so forth.
Well, I've had my own studio now for a year and a half, and it has been just such a journey. It's such an amazing sport. It's really huge all over the world. Barbados is only now starting to come on board with it, because obviously it still has a taboo attached to it, whereas we are just complete fitness. So all of our moves, everything. Yes, you can go in there and have fun, take from it what you want. You know, if you want to be more sexy, if you want to be more fitness oriented, whatever it is. It is a time for the woman or a guy, because we do guys as well, to come in there.
You mean guys go and dance in the pole?
It's not really dancing, it's more fitness for them. So like you'll never see, like, you know, some guys will dance, but like others are, I mean, if you see the moves that they can do, it's just amazing. It's gymnastics on a vertical pole as opposed to horizontal.
But you know, this is a pole, you know, Cupid, that you go around, and the people run around with this rope.
Oh, that's the maypole.
No, but we're not talking about that.
No. Okay. But I think all of the things are derived from each other,
Is that so?
Yeah.
All right, 1 second, let me take that caller. Morning, you're in here.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Loving the show.
Yeah, thank you.
I wanted to ask a question. Michelle, a moment ago, talked about eating small meals.
Yes.
And I hear this a lot. But the average person is working. So you get to work, say, you know, you've had your breakfast. You get to work for 8 o'clock. And you're not going to get a break again until maybe you get a coffee break. Just 10 minutes to take a cup of coffee or something. And you don't take your lunch until, say, 12:30, 1 o'clock sometime. How do you get these small meals in between there? Then you don't get off work until 4:30 or 5 or whatever. How do you get these small meals?
That's very interesting, and I'm going to give Michelle a chance to take that, but I'll give you my piece and she'll give you her take. Basically, we are embarrassed about taking our flask at home, at work, and eating from our flasks or from our little containers and so forth. We like to know we're moving to the Western way. You go out there and you eat, come back in, eat and come back in. If you prepare your meals, you'll make it less fatty. Remember the guys outside in the stores, what they do, they give you all this fatty stuff because it has to taste good. You're going to prepare how much stuff you put in there so that you have a nice balanced diet. And you could have that meal and eat bits of it, a couple of apples around, you know, a couple of whatever fruits you like around. And those things, especially with the high fiber like apples, I use apples for instance. You're surprised you might be hungry and you eat one apple and that hunger go away because the weight stretches the stomach and give the brain the sensation, hey, I'm full and stuff like that. So you will have to do that by walking with your own stuff at your workplace. And then if you have to go out and eat later, of course. But those snacks, those small healthy snacks should be on your person. What do you have to say about that, Michelle?
I totally agree. What I do is plan ahead. Before I go to work, I'll take little snacks in my bag. I have granola, I have grapes, I have nuts. And when we say eating all day, it's not actual meals. Like, it's just putting healthy food into your body so your body doesn't go into starvation mode. So you're not, like, starving by the time lunch comes around and then you overeat because your body is like, oh, I have to have food now. So that's the problem where when you overeat, you don't realize it. It takes 15 minutes for your body to tell you that you're full, and most people would have finished their meal in that time and then only realize afterwards.
Right.
So
okay, I understand, but the idea of small meals conjured up in my mind that, you know, you actually have a plate that has...
No. So I have breakfast
just in smaller quantities. But if you're talking about just taking a snack, that's a different thing.
Oh yes. She's including she's including snacks, because I do the same thing. I'll have a heavy, nice breakfast, and then I'll have my small little apple here, my small little bit of celery here. I just throughout the day and so forth. I go have a little in the evening. I have my little lunch and so forth. So you have your main meals, and in between that's where it's up.
Exactly. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner is your main meals. They will be obviously bigger than all the rest of them. But say you have breakfast at 8 o'clock, then I'll have a snack at 10, and then I'll eat lunch at 12, have a snack at 2, another one, and exactly.
I get the snack. I get the snack.
I
get that. It was just a small meal.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling.
All right.
Guys, I want to thank you for last week. We had, as a matter of fact, one of the biggest book signings here in this country. Switch. They had to make place for me to walk up there to the podium to speak to the people. So it was an extreme success. And I got a linguist that called me only yesterday saying, listen, Dr. Sparman, I read that book, I couldn't put it down. So go and get your copy, all pages throughout the island. And Switched, SWITCHED, romance, thrills, action. I don't care what you like, Twitter. It's right there for you. Go read it. Call me or send me an email. Let me know what you feel about it. We're talking to Michelle Teller, who is a pole instructor. She's extremely fit and a lot of exercise and diet because she wants to live long. Between the Sheets with Amy Whitehouse. You guys know by now I like her. So I'm going to play a little bit of that and I'll be right back. Yeah, that's Between the Sheets there with Amy Whitehouse. How about you, man? I want to be loved. I'll give you a little bit of some songs today before we come back. Let's go. Yeah, that's everybody want to be loved. Loving is loving your children, loving your loved one, loving your mommy, loving your daddy. Love makes the world go round, you know. No man is an island. We need people to love, and we need to be loved. But everything, as I said, is everything. We have Michelle Teller in the studio. She's extremely conscious about eating small bits daily to keep herself fit and to live long. Remember, if you eat and you put on, you're overweight. Your lifespan is shortened because the excess adipose tissue, instead of saying fat, goes around all your kidneys and your heart and your liver and so forth. So, and then you see also a lot of you people out there and friends out there, you eat anything you want to and you're slim and you said, I don't have to worry about it. But that same thing happens inside. You may not show it on the outside, but a lot of the fat is stored in the bad areas around the arteries and so forth. So be careful. We have Michelle, and Michelle is going to tell us about exercising now. So apart from bits and pieces that you eat, you exercise daily?
Yes, I'm pretty much doing something every day.
Every day?
Yes.
What, you run? Or?
I teach on Mondays and Wednesdays my pole, and I do it as well another day of the week. I go to the gym. I do Surfside in Wildy, and I do gymnastics, I run, I paddleboard.
This is every day?
I do. Whatever. I'm always moving. I just was playing tennis, and I'm the type of person that is always, active.
You don't get tired?
I do, but I listen to my body. If my body says stay home in bed, I'll stay home in bed.
So some days you'll rest?
Yeah.
Where's your dancing, your pole dancing? Tell us about your business a little bit.
I do it at Surfside in Wildy. Surfside Wellness Center, yes. So it is pretty much 4 days a week, and there are a couple classes a day. Yeah. So the girls are really having a lot of fun. You know, it's really nice to see the progression from these people that they're always like, oh, well, I don't have any upper body strength and I don't know if it's for me. I tell them to come in and try it. And after a few classes, you'll see the difference in their personality. Like they're more expressive and they're more confident. Just little things like that then they start to have some more strength, and then the moves come easier. And you don't realize how tough, you know, some of this stuff is, but because it's fun, they don't realize they're working out. So that's the key to fitness. You have to find something that you like. If not, it's going to be boring.
That's what I like. I was going to say that, and I can't believe you say that. You said that, actually. You know, you don't have to go into the gym and do what the guys do or the ladies do. Find something that you like. If you find a sport that you like that increases your heart rate and the repetition and so forth, and you do half hour 3 times a week, but find one that you like, you will not jump off the bandwagon. You'll continue. Me, I do the same thing. Yeah, I normally just work out and do 6 things 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I would not. I see the guys go and they lift the weights and they drop it hard and then all of the stuff. I say, I have no interest in that. I just want to do what I want to do.
Exactly.
So I want to thank Misha. Misha, it's your birthday, and I got to give you. Did you read Switch?
I haven't read it yet.
Will you see that? It's your birthday. You got Switch today. I'm going to send a couple to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Guys, don't forget, stay close to the plant. Eat a lot of plant product. Watch what you eat. Stay away from the red meat. All the diseases, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, cancer, the lung, kidneys, the bowel, everything, all of the illnesses that you can think about is associated with red meat. So, I'm not saying to become a vegetarian like me, but try to cut back, even if it's once a week. And later on, like now, I used to eat a hamburger. I used to take my lady Tricia to Hilton, actually. I used to eat a big burger every month, and now I can't do it because I can't do it anymore. I don't want it. The body doesn't want it. I want to thank you for listening. 9 to 9:30 every Saturday. Living. And next week, don't forget, tune in, because we're going to be talking to a lot of people who are going through this challenge of weight loss and keeping themselves fit. It is a road, but a road that can be conquered. Gone too soon, Babyface. And I'll see you guys next week.